Hi, Jared Volley here, creator of the Faster and Funnier stand-up comedy course. If you're trying to learn how to write stand-up comedy, then there's two different continuums that I think are important for you to know. And a lot of new comedians think that you have to choose one or the other. However, you can mix and match them throughout the entire set or throughout your entire career. So one of the continuums is experiential humor versus observational humor. And observational humor is very, like Jerry Seinfeld, very popular for observational humor. It's very third person generally, and it's more about the things that exist around us and taking a new spin on everyday life. And then experiential humor is more of, here's my experiences as a person, here's what I've gone through. And in either case, what you want to do is make sure that your material is identifiable to the audience. So observations that are of everyday life are very identifiable to the audience. The audience can go, yes, I've dealt with that before. I've dealt with airplane food before. Just to take a Jerry Seinfeld joke. And then experiential humor, I like Ray Romano. He's very much into telling the audience about his experience raising twins with his family. Is very experiential, and the audience can identify with him as well. Even the audience that aren't parents, they can still identify with it. And the audience can really identify with a lot more than we give them credit for. But in either case, no matter where you fall on that continuum, you want to make sure that your material is identifiable. And then the other continuum is going to be one-liners versus storytellers. And a one-liner is really like Mitch Hedberg or Stephen Wright, where they're just bam, 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 bam. Very quick setups and then hit the punchline. While storytellers are much more, they want to develop an entire story and build momentum around it. And it takes a little bit longer to set the story up, but once you get that story set up, you can build momentum really quickly through it. And I definitely prefer, as a comedian, I'm much more experiential, and I'm very into storytelling. And that's just where I fall on those two continuums. So you can learn a lot more about all the different continuums that are out there. You can also check out a YouTube video I have called, I believe, Local versus Universal Humor. That's another continuum you can look at. But there's tons and tons of different continuums, and we go over them in Faster and Funnier, the stand-up comedy course. And you can find that at creativestandup.com.